Hello everyone. If I tell you that I was a district topper, university topper, gold medalist, secured a job in the big four in the very first interview of ICI campus, and yet I took multiple attempts to clear CA final, would you believe me? Well, that's exactly why I want to share my journey today. So, welcome everyone. I am CA Meghna Rungta. Before I begin, I would sincerely like to thank Mr. Piyush Kumar and Pe Zindagi for giving me this opportunity to speak. Well, each CA student's journey is very unique, and each journey has a lot to teach you. So, I believe, like, even if one student who is watching this video finds it helpful, maybe that would make my journey more meaningful. So, let me take you back to 2019 when a small town girl who had never lived away from family first time moved into a metro city just to pursue her dreams. So, yes, I was that girl who had been a topper in school, university, and even secured a gold medal. And with the absolute confidence that obviously I would clear all levels of CA in the first attempt. So, I entered this massive course, and gradually the journey unfolded from confidence to failures, failures to resilience, and finally, aspirant to chartered accountant. So I'm here to share that journey with you today. And I really, really hope that it would be helpful to at least 1% of the students watching this video. See, I was very clear from the 11th standard itself that I wanted to pursue CA. There was no plan B for me. But as a girl living in a society and family, I had to face many challenges, which maybe others face too. So it was only after graduation that I was allowed to move out of house to pursue this course. So I believe I was already late there compared to others. But still, I look back and smile at the confidence, the hopes I had, the timeline which I had already planned in my head that okay, if I'm beginning by 2019, I would clear all levels in the first attempt. And latest by 2022 or 23, I would qualify. It felt natural. It felt straightforward. Obviously, hard work leads to success, right? It's that simple. That is what my expectations were. But reality, quite different. Now, relatives, if you're watching this video, congratulations. You are going to know my attempts now. Inter Group 1, second attempt. Group 2, fourth attempt. Finals, Group 2, I appeared first, third attempt. And Group 1, fourth attempt. Looking at those numbers, I smile today. Certainly, when the results came, each attempt felt like the end of the world. The first time CA shattered my expectations was not a result day. It was the very first day of inter accounts. As I said, I was a direct entry student, so I had completed 9 months of articleship at first, and then the first exam to appear was inter group 1. So I remember that day walking into the examination hall with the confidence of a topper, but I also remember the emotional breakdown I had after walking out of the hall. Like, it was not like I didn't know the answers or I didn't know the procedures or the provisions. I knew all of them, right? I had studied so many months for that. But what I didn't know was how to put them on paper. I studied, I understood, and I revised as well. But I underestimated the importance of writing. One of the most important things CA has taught me is mark my words. Knowing and expressing are completely different skills. You know what? People often ask me that which phase was the hardest. Come on, it was obviously the exam which I had appeared last, that is the finals group 1. By that time, most of my friends had qualified, and each time I had an attempt, and others qualified, and I didn't. It's not like I was not happy with their success. Each time there was this congratulatory post on the LinkedIn or a success story or, you know, anyone praising for being hardworking and resilient. It was not like their success bothered me or I felt unhappy for them, but it was for myself for whom I felt very bad. Like, it was me, right, who was unhappy for myself, so I couldn't be happy in others' happiness. And honestly, I stopped taking calls. I started maintaining a distance from friends because I didn't want to feel myself not enough or lesser than any one of them. And you know what is the most interesting thing? Finals group 1, third attempt, when the results came out, I didn't cry like the other attempts. I became a stone by that time. A stone so hard that I was ready to face anything the universe wanted me to endure. Until 15 days, even I couldn't process that what on earth did I do to expect this day where I am failing by 10 marks and people are qualifying saying that they have studied 50% of the syllabus and cleared the exam or copied the MCQs from someone on the exam day and qualified. So, what did I do? There was just one thing I knew, that I would not give up. I started this course with a vision that I would qualify no matter what. After a certain point of time, that is why I stopped asking the question that how many attempts will it take. I only asked myself, what can I improve for the next attempt? Because see, it was like since 6 to 7 years I had been in this course and I had invested a lot of time and efforts in this. I had made a promise to that younger version of me that what is so hard about this exam that people cannot clear it, I will clear it. And lastly and most importantly, I wanted financial independence. I wanted to build a career of my own, earn on my own merit. And you know, I see these videos on the YouTube of first attempt CAs or the rank holders or even the average students that what was the strategy you followed in the last attempt which helped you to clear? For me, the answer may disappoint some people, but there was not a single strategy. Like, there was not some magic or a certain turning point which changed everything. It was a process for me. A process whereby each attempt taught me something, each attempt taught me what to do and what not to repeat in the next attempt. And I would say by learning from those mistakes, which I ensured not to repeat in the next attempt, that is how my journey unfolded. The most valuable lessons I have learned in my journey are that first and foremost is the revisions. I think there is no other thing which is as important as revising your syllabus as many times as you can. And it's not just the hours that count, but the quality and effort you put in those hours. The second is discipline and consistency beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. But even on those days where you are not willing to study, if in order to maintain the consistency and with the willpower of your disciplined nature, you still manage to study 1 hour, that is worth more than a million. Third, prioritize your physical and mental health. Please don't ignore it. Go for a walk, go to the gym, practice yoga, meditation, anything you like, whatever works for you. But that goes hand in hand. You have to take care of your physical and mental health. Only then you can perform well in your academics. And self study is non negotiable. Come on, we have so many benefits now. We have excellent free resources on the YouTube, and even such esteemed faculty launch their revision classes, which are app based or on the internet. You can use them. But after watching the videos, study yourself. That is a non negotiable point I have learned. You know, if I could go back to that young Meghna in 2019 and give her a $1 million tip, it would be that do not expect this course to be a full course meal served to you. No. You are the chef here and you have to cook it yourself. You have to choose your ingredients yourself. You have to decide the recipe. You have to keep testing, improving, and then maybe the first version, second version, or even the third version may not be served well, but eventually it will. Eventually, it will be worth serving and it will be worth having all the patience and sacrifices. So, CA is not a course you consume, it is a process you construct. Finally, the day arrives, that day which is destined to arrive in your life, the day when you see on the screen the word successful. And people generally expect that people burst out crying, laughing, or shouting out of excitement, but for everyone it doesn't work like that. As I told, I had become so hard on myself that the day I qualified, 1st March 2026, I couldn't react. I couldn't cry. I couldn't smile. I was shivering. I was shaking out of all these emotions bursting out of me, which had been suppressed since such a long time. So the journey may be longer than you expect. The attempts may be more than you had counted for yourself. But at the end, if you keep showing up every day, it's all worth it. It's all worth it, trust me. So I started CA believing that CA is for the toppers, but I finished it learning that CA is for the persistent people, not necessarily the toppers. So now people would ask me that how is life after becoming a CA? To be honest, I am at the very first stage to answer this question. After the results, I appeared for the ICI campus interviews and secured an opportunity with the Big Four in my very first interview. Lucky enough. I didn't expect it would happen that way, but life has different plans. Once again, I'm ready to start a journey and being very clear in my head this time that obviously the reality will be quite different than my expectations. But I'm blessed. I am very grateful to the universe that I am being able to live this day today. And what excites me most is not the job or the designation, but it is the journey ahead. The first step towards financial independence, the privilege of carrying this title CA through the rest of my life, and more than anything else, the person this course has made me. CA just did not give me a qualification, it made me the person I am today. Whenever I would look back at this journey, I would consider it with immense pride because of the person it has made out of me. It has taught me how to fail, how to wait, how to keep going despite everything going against you and still not give up. To all those students who feel stuck right now and are watching my video, I have just one message for you from my journey, that if a student like me who had faced so many failures despite associating herself with such brilliant academic success, if she could face all this and still not give up, then your story is not over either. Your journey may be longer, your attempts may be more, but that doesn't make your worth any less. CA is not a competition against other people, it's a competition against the older version of you who refuses to give up despite being knocked out. So, yes, that's all from my side today. I really hope that you enjoyed hearing my story. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Piyush Kumar for giving me this opportunity to speak. Thank you.